I'm Captain Ed. I'm the captain of the nature boat on Lake Casitas, and I want to welcome you here. We're about to leave on a tour, and I hope you will enjoy the birds and the animals we see, the history and the geology, and how the lake got here, and all of those things. It took 20 years for the lake to fill up. Of course, the first question that people ask, well, gee, how deep is the lake? Well, over by the dam, it's about 270 feet deep. This is a federal watershed. What they were going to do is put 12,000 houses, motels, stores, around the shores of the lake. So this would be a pretty populous lake, and it wouldn't look at all the way it looks now. There was a fellow named Lagomasino who was a freshman congressman in 1960, and he got a law passed to designate this a federal watershed. So because of that, as you look around the lake, you don't see any houses, you don't see really any buildings, any farms. It's all very pristine. And this lake gets about almost 1 million visitors a year. But yet, it's one of the best birding sites in Southern California. We have a tremendous variety of birds. And it has a lot of wildlife. This land that you see directly in front of us, that's an island. Those are active nests right now. They're swallows, and I don't see the parents flying around us. Usually they're somewhere nearby. They don't quite trust us. But as soon as I put the boat away for the day, they'll be right back and sitting on the eggs. We are approaching a group of birds over there. The western grebe spends its entire life on the water, and its entire diet is fish. So, you know, they're here because there's lots of fish in the lake for them to eat. If there weren't, they'd go somewhere else. They're wild animals. They have to make a living. So if they can't feed here, they'll go somewhere else. Now you watch as we approach them, they won't fly away. I've been doing this tour for 8 years, and I've only seen them fly twice in 8 years. All of these with the gray body and the black top hat and the white neck, those are grebes.
Do they fly?
They can fly, but the way they get out of danger is they dive. And they can dive as deep as 250 feet. They've been known to hold their breath for up to 5 minutes. The grebe never goes on land. They build a floating nest. And they lay their eggs, usually between 4 and 6 eggs. And they'll hatch the eggs. The mother and the father cooperate in the rearing of the young. And when the eggs hatch, the young jump on the back of the adults and they swim off. And when they're in danger and the adults dive, the chicks hang on and they go down with the adults to get out of danger. They'll go in the back portion of the lake and in the reeds here, the tule reeds, and build their nest in those reeds. Birds we're looking at here, different species of birds. Those are coots, American coots. And they're completely, they make their living completely differently than the grebes we saw earlier. You can see they're all clustered around the shore. That's because they're vegetarians. What they eat is the seagrass and the algae and the vegetable matter that's near the shore. They can dive under the water, but very rarely more than 2 or 3 feet. And they're kind of like ducks, except they don't have webbed feet. They have what's called podular feet, the little podules, little lumps on their toes that help them paddle. And They're kind of a strange little bird. Their nickname is mud hen. And again, they build their nests in the reeds and close to shore. Population of these birds, both the grebes and the coots, goes up and down with the water level of the lake. Right now the lake is probably 5 or 6 feet from maximum height.